My name is Charles. I'm the Vice President and Secretary for CFA Society Sydney. It is with pleasure and honor to be here with Jingmin, our former directors at CFA Society Sydney. You've recently won AFR Women of Influence for Board and Management category. Tell us about it.
Well, I'm really humbled and honored to receive this award. This award is actually about award for creating a more equitable society. And during my career, I've been fortunate enough to work with many people of quite diverse background across industries, functions, countries, and cultures in different organizations on some really meaningful projects. That includes projects like the first microfinance project in China, some policy, thought leadership, and capacity building projects in the bilateral relationship between Australia and China, and also some M&A transactions, investment and strategy and capital raising projects, and related governance issues. And some other parts is how to help others to be more involved in the societies, like non-for-profit boards or the mentoring program for some students and for younger generation professionals. So when you see something can be done better and a potential opportunity, and if you have opportunity to find some like-minded people and work together and create that future, that itself for me is probably a biggest award for me already, and it is good to be recognized.
Congratulations again. Well, CFA Society Sydney, you've been with us for 9 years, your longest board tenure. Tell us how the whole journey starts.
Oh, I started actually as a volunteer for the membership committee. In the previous process, the candidates need to provide the reference check points for the membership application. And I concluded my 3 exams and contacted CFA Sydney office to find someone to sponsor me, because all the CFA charter holders I know actually moved overseas. So through that process, I got to know this volunteer concept. And then I just said I'll be good to be involved in this community and be happy to be a volunteer who have helped me to be part of a member. And so that's how I started, with a volunteer of the membership committee and doing the reference check for the membership application. 2 years onward, the chair has moved on to a role overseas and recommended me to join the board. That starts the 9-year journey, initially as the membership chair, and then also later on as the secretary. And then I think in these 9 years, I worked with so many volunteers and directors, including 5 presidents and some past presidents who were involved in the nomination committee process. And I would say it is really a great pleasure and a little bit honor, and some honor, and a little bit proud as well to be part of the society in these 9 years and to see it has grown bigger, become more active, more members involved, and maintain the culture, and have a governance process matching the growth. And also, one thing I feel a great pleasure and very proud of is to see my fellow directors and volunteers have progressed very well in their own career during the time serving on the board. I'm sure they will do even better after the service on the board as well, like some of our past directors. I think we all learn a lot collectively working together and contributing to others, and that itself is a great way to contribute to ourselves.
So you've worked in both corporate and non-for-profit environments, and you talked about cultures and the importance of it and the leaderships. How do you define effective leadership?
For me, the effective leadership is about to bring the best out of others and ourselves to serve a bigger purpose and a good purpose. It requires a lot of humility, integrity, and courage. And humility is really important because there are so many things we don't know that we do not know. The humility will enable us to hear and to see better and to feel and understand other people's perspective. This is not just empathy, but it's also part of identifying the questions and the problems and finding the solutions together. And then it's the integrity, because when you have the question and solutions together, it's the integrity is to build trust. And we understand ethics is a core component for CFA Institute, and it's quite rightfully be there, and it's important. For me also, being authentic is the most efficient and the powerful way to communicate to others as well, to bring everyone together because you are open and authentic. The last one I think is important is the courage. Courage is needed to make tough decisions, to build resilience in challenging times, and to stick to those long-term objectives and purpose. So just some perspective, there are different views on the effective leadership. I think as long as the way works best for individual personal style and serving a purpose bigger than yourself, then it can be effective.
That's a lot of words of wisdom. Integrity builds trust. That's one of the key statements that you mentioned. So bring it all together. Why do you trust and governance? What do they mean to you, and why are they so important in our industry?
Well, our industry is about investment, and our industry and the profession is about taking care of and managing other people's money. And the industry's very existence is built on the trust of others to give you the money. And that comes back to the very beginning concept of the fiduciary duty. So for me, the skill sets of investment skill sets and experience itself is important, but insufficient for the industry to perform well and to prosper as well. And so the trust and the good governance process to ensure the trust continues are really, really important, fundamentally important for us to, first, to fulfill the duty, and secondly, to perform the duty in a good sustainable results, with the good sustainable results.
Thank you, Jingmin. I'm sure our member will really enjoy this interview. And also thank you for your contribution to CFA Society Sydney in the last 9 years. You leave us with a lot of things to carry forward. And again, on behalf of the directors, thank you.
Thank you.